So good morning. My name is Dalene Allen, Executive Director of BNI. What's that? That's Business Network International, world's largest business referral organization. And I'm thrilled to introduce you to one of our BNI members, Jonathan Chen from FORTUNESTART Consulting. Good morning, Jonathan.
Hi, good morning, Dalene. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Chen.
Great. We're so glad that we could share with you today some information about Jonathan. Now, Jonathan, as a new to Canada immigrant, how did you find the business environment in Nova Scotia when you came here?
When I came here, when I'm thinking to start my own business, as most of the immigrants, we feel like we don't have the connection. We don't have the network. Sometimes we don't even know who we should go for, ask for help. For instance, you need to know how to register the company, and are there any rules in there? What kind of government body you can search for help? So it took me a bit of while to really understand all this association or government bureaus, so that I can go and looking for the right process and help. Such as finally we find iSense, who is the non-for-profit organization in Halifax helping immigrants, and they give us a lot of coachings in terms of accounting, in terms of culture adaptations, and which is very helpful. So for new immigrants, I will give them some guide to search for a partner, Halifax partnership and iSense, and they will give you some mentorship and also some guide and for new entrepreneurship.
Excellent. Good for you. So as a businessman, what are the three major challenges you feel you have running your business here in Nova Scotia?
Okay, that's a great question. I think first of all, when I got here, I used to live in Australia for years. I thought, it's all Western culture. I live in Gold Coast in Sydney, Australia. So I wasn't expect too much of culture difference, but I was wrong. However, I really, at the beginning, when I tried to reach out to people, that was in the summer. It took me a few months to receive the feedback. And the explanation from people that I asked for basically is, this is the summertime, people are enjoying there. So it just, should not respect too much a quick response, and especially in the summer times and in the holiday season. That's the culture that I encountered. And another part of will be, the relationship and how to adapt to the community. Since I don't know from the business world, I don't even have a little bit of contact. So to involve in the community, to be accepted from the community was a little challenge, because usually I've been always asked who you are and who you do know. That's very new. Never happened in Australia before. So that's my second challenge. The third one will be how do you involve, especially for my business. We're looking forward to meet different business owners, and also to understand the business, the different sectors in Nova Scotia. For me, it's we have to find a way to meet those people, and through social networking, and of course this is also because we are not that big community. And finally, luckily, I found a BNI and become a member, and that's just a game changer, to be honest.
Yeah.
I explore more business opportunity to different business owners. Thanks.
Well, and making those connections, just as you said, Jonathan, I can only imagine that whether you came from Australia or wherever your home originally was, that packing up your whole life and moving to a different place, that's a huge challenge. And as you said, so many times our network is what really supports us as we're building a business and doing things like that. So it is wonderful that you were able to initially find some things like iSense, and that there are some government opportunities, but yes, challenging. It's like, wow, how do I find this out? And so certainly you've been a very valued member of BNI, and we so appreciate everything you're doing. But just for me as a Nova Scotian, loving that you've come to our country and see this as a place of opportunity, and that even though we might have made your life challenging in the beginning, that you're making progress and you do have a phenomenal business opportunity to offer people actually in many different ways. So tell us about your business.
Oh, sure. I'm originally from Shanghai, China. I was in the logistic field for the past 18 years. When I moved to Nova Scotia, it's been 5 years. I found some challenge to, continue my previous career in the logistics field because the market is just different. So I chose start my consulting business back in 2015. We were focusing, because some connection that I got a chance to connect with an organization called NSISP, which is Nova Scotia International Student Program.
Great.
So, of course, I really haven't got any related experience back then, but I find that this is a great opportunity to promote Nova Scotia educational system, and especially in China, people are really looking for to open to the North American culture, and students are looking develop their English language skill. So there is a big market needs. It took us 2 years to develop this program, become exclusive agent for a certain province in China for this short term. That's what they call the short term program. Basically, we bring students for a couple of weeks, all the way to 1 month, to immerse the English culture here, the English environment here. The second business that we do, we help small business. As you know, the majority business core in Nova Scotia is a small business, and we see there's a big, needs out there. Some business they're looking for expand their market to Asian markets, which is huge, and some business they have financial needs. If you look at I got this inspiration from Dragon's Den. We see so many small businesses in Canada looking for funding or financial support. So I thought there will be a potential opportunity for us to connect some Asian high net worth individuals, and we can facilitate that type of collaboration. So this is a second business that we are focusing on. We hope by doing this we can grow more small businesses and help them to grow and help them to develop by connecting the right people and put the right talents for their business.
So really, when you think about it, your business is multifaceted. So first and foremost, being able to have international students come and experience our culture, what an opportunity. And to be able to have somebody here that can help those parents have peace of mind of sending their children over here for that phenomenal lifetime experience, that is amazing. But more important, I see what you're doing as far as being kind of a matchmaker, aren't you? You're able to match local businesses to expand their markets throughout Asia and Australia, obviously, if you have connections there. And just like you said, when you came to Canada, what were you looking for? You were looking to make connections. So if you're a business owner in Nova Scotia, having a chat with Jonathan Chen, he's a matchmaker who could take your business likely to a whole new level. with a whole global experience at his fingertips that he can help share that with you. I mean, that is amazing. We need more businesses. We need more people like you, Jonathan, coming here and seeing the opportunity that there is in Canada for business, and especially, let's say, Nova Scotia. So when that person, you connect with a local business, that's a win-win for everybody, which I just love about what you're doing. And the fact that really almost doesn't matter what kind of a business somebody has, they ought to have a cup of coffee with you, shouldn't they?
Yes, absolutely. This isn't what we are offering. We want the only, I think we want to provide value. Everything's surrounded value. We want to provide value for the local business. We want to see them to grow,
Yeah,
and we want to see Nova Scotia as a economy core to grow as well. And this
exactly.
is the reason why we're here. We're committed.
Yeah, exactly. And so tell us how you feel BNI can help your business here and other businesses too.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's been a great, amazing since I joined BNI back to last fall. Uh, Most of my connection that I built within this around half years is more than I ever built it in back the last 4 years. To be honest, uh, I'm so glad. Through BNI different chapter at the platform, I meet so many business owner, and then the key here is it's just so different from other organization. People are so committed to help each other, which I never saw before. And then the beauty part is BNI, it just connect you to different business sectors, and this is exactly what we want.
Yeah,
We don't limit our business sectors. We open for any business as long as they are, small business, less than 10 employees, half million revenue, annual less. They run for 2 years. Those are all in our scope, and
yeah,
BNI provide all of this. And then by no means, and Dalene, you're just the attitude also gave me the inspiration because you are so open-minded, you're so well connected, and it just make me feel so like I am in the right family,
well,
to help
and
me.
every chapter has a personality, and that's one of the other things. When you find your business community in BNI, that's exactly what BNI is all about. Givers gain is one of the core philosophies, and that we're here to help each other. But I have to tell you, Jonathan, you're a real asset to our team, and we so appreciate what you're bringing to not only BNI but to Nova Scotia. And I'm hoping you'll expand to more of Atlantic Canada, because the 4 Atlantic Canada provinces have a lot to offer, but I think sometimes we're left in the dark. But anyway, but I want to hear your goals, because I know you've got some big goals for the next 5 years.
Well, last year we helped the 5 business, and I think for the next 5 years, of course we can't have all the business, but all we can do is we want to build the community. We want to see more than 50 business will be connected by us within the 5 years. That would be incredible. And then again, currently I'm working with 70 schools back in China, and we are connecting with the programs in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
And what we want to see is we want to see more school that we will be connected to, not just the public school. We want to connect with a different university, and we want to help them. That's something that we're working with another partners. We want to help them for all the student visa, as long as it's a one-stop service. That's all that we want to do. Once the student come, a one-stop service, we will help them to enroll with any public school and a university, and we will help them for the student visas. And then later on, if they have a motivation to live here, we want to help them as well to find them some positions. And also, if their parents are looking for help the kids to invest in some business here or step their foot in there, and we want to do that. So that's our goal for the next 5 years.
Well, and I think, again, when I think about your business, just the incredible opportunity you're providing to maritime businesses, but by bringing those students in, exactly, they may choose to come and study here, which helps our universities, post-secondary education, but also the fact that the parents or other family members may decide to come and visit Nova Scotia, may decide exactly what you say, that their children would like to make a life in Canada, would start a business because they have the ability to invest in their children's future, but also in this country, and really bring those businesses that can help everybody grow here in Atlantic Canada. So do you have any other messages? Because I could talk about what Jonathan does a whole lot. And if you are a business owner or looking to start a business, he's just a great resource person to sit down and give you some ideas, because he really thinks outside the box. And unlike banks, let's say for businesses, Jonathan has a phenomenal opportunity that he can offer to local businesses. So I highly recommend that you connect with him, have a cup of coffee. His contact information will be on this. But yes, anything else you would like to impart before we close this off, Jonathan?
Well, I will say for any new entrepreneurs or even new immigrants, it doesn't matter where you're from, but you might find at the beginning, and this is something that you're not used to, or sometimes you get frustrated because things look slow. But remember, in Nova Scotia, it's just different from other places, probably. And a lot of things happen behind the scene. That's how I see it. You really have to really involve yourself in. You don't wait. You need to be progress, and that you need to be a little bit more aggressive to approach the people and to sell yourself. As long as you have a good heart, as long as you have a good motivation, it's a matter of time, and never quit. I will say, give yourself, at the beginning, I gave myself 2 years to really develop this whole thing. And then after that, I said, why not give another years? And then 3 years after, I see, I see potential, I see progress, and I'm more involved in the community, and that's my advice.
Exactly.
Thanks.
And it's starting to feel like home, Jonathan.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, anyway, again, Jonathan Chen of FORTUNESTART Consulting, Dalene Allen with BNI, but I highly recommend you sitting down and having a chat or coffee with Jonathan and realize he can help your business.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to chat with every potential business owners and any Nova Scotians and see how it goes. Looking forward to it. Thanks.